What's up, man? What's going on? Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload. Um, Figured I'd go live. Probably it's best, probably the best way. I haven't scheduled any lives or anything like that because I'm so busy. But hopefully you all have the notifications on so you'll be notified every time I upload, just like that. Um, NFL preseason, man. This is the last week right here, so hopefully, hopefully we could hopefully we could keep the profits going. So that's one thing that'll be awesome here. We got two games. Let's jump right into them. Mainly this prize picks purposes here. These two games, I can't even, come up with a bet, you know, uh, between whatever side. But we'll see. We'll see. Let me pull up prize picks here. Which view should I go with? Maybe a side by side view. That'll probably be nice right there. Or maybe should I just drop it down and give you guys the whole look? Either way it goes, you guys know Prize Picks, they do sponsor my channel. So that's one thing there. And I can tell you, it's a dope site, man. When you can mix and match all sports, PGA, everything, so that's something that, you guys can look forward to. And like I said, depending on which type of bets that you take, and it's a parlay site, but you can, it's really hard to kill a bankroll. That's what I keep telling folks. It's really hard to kill a bankroll. My favorite is two picks. It equals out to plus 1,000. I mean plus 200. That translates over to the books like that. Like I said, my promo code is scrolling at the bottom, and it is what it is. You know what? I forgot all about my comment section. Let me see what we got here. Um, Rays, Mets, Blue Jays, and the Phillies. Rays, Mets, Blue Jays, and Phillies parlay. Mm. Rays, Mets, Blue Jays, and Phillies parlay. Rays. I got some love for the Rays. I stand away from them. The Mets, of course, money line parlays, run line straights. I mean, it's no value there. There's hardly any value there. If you're playing on FanDuel Sportsbook, you could probably find some value with some alternate. I mean, with in the same game parlay section, the real, and then what else we got here? The Blue Jays is a yes for me. The last four games that who started? Gosman started versus the last four games that got. Let me see. Let me just go right here. Uh, the last four games that Gosman started versus excuse me, my football people, but he asked me a question here. I think he's averaging 9 Ks versus Boston. So his six strikeouts sitting at six. I like that. I mean, I like Toronto. The Toronto hitting righties well. Gosman pitching a little better on the road. I like that. And I can't talk you off the Phillies, man. I definitely get a pitcher leaning towards the Phillies here. I did not touch the Rays, none today. So that's something that you probably got to figure out, my brother. Thanks for tuning in. And, it is what it is. Sorry about football people. I had to jump over there. I had a question, which is awesome. That's nice, man. I should just start going live a little bit more. You guys got any? I should just go. I just can't schedule them, man. I can't schedule them. Either way it goes. Yeah. So I got a couple plays that I want to talk about, and that's about it, man. First play on the docket I want to talk about is Jordan Love. Of course, he's just been a stable. You know what I'm saying? So the 150.5 passing yards is definitely doable for him. The playing time's supposed to be there for him. If you got any doubts, I mean, just get off of them. This preseason is going to be really, really. It is really volatile, man. So with all the reports out there, of course, it's only him and Danny Edling right there. He almost played, I think, three three quarters last week. So the attempts are there. He hit this number last week. I mean, week one of the preseason. One up against Kansas City. I think he can hit it. So I think he can hit it. He faced New Orleans. They probably had a little tougher defense than secondary than Kansas City right now. So I'm on board with it. I ain't gonna lie, I'm on board with it. Another play for the quarterbacks that I'm on board with is going to be Trey Lance. It's definitely going to be a gambling play here, but Coach came out and said that starters are going to be playing. I thought I heard him say they're going to be playing up to a half. So with that being said, he could probably play a quarter and still hit this 90 yards passing here. So between Jordan Love and Trey Lance, I think I like both of them there. He went 4 or 5 last week with a TD and 92 passing yards. So his passing yards are sitting at 90.5 right now. I think Trey Lance could get there. All right. Stick to what you know and what you find information on. I think that's major key. But yeah, I think that's major key, man. Davis Mills, another guy here, is slated to play a decent amount of time here. The 140 is definitely within reach, but I don't know if I want to get there. I think I want to stick to something that's the most easiest for me, and the clear path for information. You know what I'm saying? But Davis Mills, I don't know. We'll see, man. If he get extra playing time, because there is rumblings that these guys they are supposed to get extra playing time. So let's see. We'll see. Let's see. All right. Extra playing time. If I get word he's playing a half or more, of course I'm taking the over there. Rushing yards here. All right. So where I'm looking at here is first thing that jumps out to me is Tyler Goodson. I don't know how much he's slated to play, how much the coach feels they need to play him, but he's been awesome, man. I get wind of regular playing time. I can look at him for rushing yards, and I can also look at him for rushing and receiving yards because he's just been doing just that good. So I think I'm not opposed to not getting there. So Tyler Goodson, a 49.5 rushing and receiving yards, that's a lean. Rushing yards, 38.5. That's definitely doable. I would say, given the normal workload that he's been handed. So let me see. I got some numbers on him. Yeah, 10 rushes, 12 rushes, 10 rushes for 42 yards, 12 rushes for 37 yards there. So going up against this KC defense, I think it's a possibility he can hit that 38.5. He's hit it once out of his last 2 games, and he's hit that rushing and receiving prop both games. All right, so if you want, it's a pick your poison thing. If you want to get there, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Patrick Taylor is an interesting play here. For whatever reason, if you think Tyler Goodson don't get the run, then Patrick Taylor should be a prime candidate to get some decent run. He hit this number 27. He hit 27 last outing versus New Orleans, on 8 rushes. If you don't see that much Tyler Goodson, then we should see an uptick for Patrick Taylor there. So that's where I'm at with that situation. Jordan Love and Trey Lance, both of these guys, they have the ability to hit that rushing yard, but I probably won't go there. Tayon Flick Davis here. I did have some. Did I? Yeah. It's a news thing. You have to wait for more news or definitive news, but it's too hard to trust any of these Kansas City running backs for me personally. So I probably won't even, go there. Now, I'm looking at Tyrion Davis Price. Here's a guy that I had my eye on here. So I'm probably looking for him to have a decent outing in this spot here. Let me put up some numbers for you guys for Price here. Now he's had some good outings, man. He's had 10 rush attempts in both games here. All right, 41 and 36. His rushing prop is sitting at 31. Um, I don't know if we're gonna how much of whoever we're gonna see Trey Sermon and whatever the case may be with that, but any little changes or whatever the case may be, I think he's should be in play. So that's a couple of the run backs that I really got my eye on. Just looking at the news here, so that's two running backs that I got my eye on. Tyrion Davis Price, and of course, 2.5 Goodson for the over 38.5 rushing yards. And I can't talk you off the rushing and receiving yards. And if we get some word that Tyler Goodson don't play much, then we could look at Patrick Taylor. I can't trust a lot of running backs right now with the limited information that I have. Next we have let's go over here to receptions. My next favorite. This is probably my favorite type of prop to look towards. Receptions here. All right. So right off the back, Green Bay is a prime candidate for a lot of players here because we know what we're getting out of these players. We've seen them and they're limited, because we won't see X, Y, Z players here. So I'll touch on Green Bay first. All right. Now, since it's week 3, they've had a chance. The books have, and everybody had a chance to see these players these teams 2 or 3 times. And they have a chance to adjust. I think, and I bet a lot. I bet a lot of receptions, and I had a lot of success. But I think it's time to, in certain spots, you have to, zig and zag, and that's what I mean by that. Especially with receivers, then you got receiving yards that comes into play because these receptions are starting to get, they're starting to get to a point where they're pretty, hefty for some players that we know are going to be out there. So Romeo Dubs, he's one of the prime candidates here. Keep your eyes glued to the. I don't expect his catches to go up to 4. All right, but he's had 5 and 7 targets in both games. He's had 3 receptions in each game. His receptions are sitting at 3 right now. Now the catch to this here is the receiving yards. All right, his receiving yards. This is the number that's going to be moving. It has been moving. He's had 24 and 20 and 45 receiving yards. His receiving yards are sitting at 26 right now. All right. There's all types of ways. I mean, you can hit a big play, bam, and get 26.5 yards on one play. So, 26.5 yards are not out of the realm of possibility here. All right. So, you could probably get a push. He's 100% on the season for these 3 receptions. All right. So I can't talk you off of that. Amari Rogers and Juwan Winfrey here. I like them both. If I had to go to both of them, it would probably be, if I had to go to all 3 of these guys, it would probably be Romeo Dubs, Juwan Winfrey, and then Amari Rogers last. All right. That's how I rank those 3 guys in the reception category. As far as the receiving yards here, you know what? I think somebody like Juwan Winfrey, he's had 41 and 27 yards. I like everything he's got going right now. So I can't talk you off the 27. The 23.5 receiving yards if you would like to take the over. And Amari Rogers is the one who I'm shaky on when it comes to the receiving yards because he's had 5 receiving yards and 22 receiving yards. He hasn't eclipsed this 24.5 receiving yards yet in his last two games. So, I mean, take it how you want to take it there. All right. Next receivers I want to talk about here is going to be Justin Watson. I'm not gonna even probably go there. He's been probably the most consistent, in whatever case may be. I think he's hit 2 receptions in both of his games, but I probably won't be getting there. I like receptions. I like to bet on receptions, but I probably won't be getting there. Nico Collins. Nico Collins has been awesome. So if you want to get to a Nico Collins, then be my guest. He's the same. It's the same. It's the same song. It's the same song when it comes to, like I said, with the receptions and the yards here. I think Nico Collins is a prime candidate for both, especially if you get Davis Mills in there. I think even if you're playing DFS, they can be a decent little handcuff there. So he's got four receptions on 6 targets there. So he's definitely somebody that you can look at. His yards prop is probably going to be interesting. He's only played 1 game. His yards prop is sitting at 30.5, which the only game that he played, he had 48 yards. So if you get Davis Mills out there for a decent stretch, I don't see why you won't see Nico Collins out there for a decent stretch. The Stars are expected to play. I expect to see him out there. All right. Danny Gray. All right, Danny Gray is somebody who I expect to see out there as well. His reception profit is sitting at 2, I want to say. Sitting at 2. He's somebody that, I think, can hit this number. Don't know what the playing time is going to be like for these guys, but he's played it's only 2 games. He's had 4 targets in each, 2 receptions in each. I at least think he can push. He's had a big play. The first game he had 99 yards. Second game he had 20. Second game he had 22 yards. No, 24 yards. So when it comes to the yardage, let's see what his yardage is sitting at. 22.5. I can't talk you off of it. But it's more of a almost like a wait and see approach, man. I still think he could get the 2 receptions. I would probably lean on that. I would probably lean at the on 2 receptions here. And do I have anything else written down here that I wanted to talk about? I don't think so. Let me slide over here to the running back position here before I close this out and take a good look at some things here. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop right here. I'm really iffy on this Royce Freeman situation here. I mean, you got Royce Freeman, then you got Damian Price, Pierce. I mean, I don't know which one. I don't know which one. I don't know what to think here. Like I said, the Stars are supposed to be playing a decent amount here. Um, he's played 1 game. He had 49 rushing yards. Uh, Royce Freeman has had a ton of work here. I think I need some time to sort this one out. With that being said, guys, peace, man. Peace out, man. Be safe out there.